And the thing is, dude, I've been drinking Monsters. I did the math like earlier this year. I'm 45 years old. I started drinking Monsters when I was working third shift at Lancaster Labs when I was 21.
Damn.
So I've been drinking, for 24 years.
You've been drinking that devil drink.
I tell you, I read all about it years ago. Everybody was like, when the internet came really popping around the corner, it was like, do you know what that means? And listen, I don't give a fuck. I like the way it tastes, okay? And it wakes my ass up.
Bro Church is a highly sophisticated podcast, hosted by highly sophisticated people. If you believe that, I'll tell you another.
What up, bitches?
Wow, that was perfect timing.
Yeah. Hey, man, let me tell you something. When I'm eating and I got to do something, I eat. I stand and deliver. Let me raise this up a little bit more.
That's a FedEx days right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's my game.
Hurry up. You only got 15 minutes to eat this. Or the fucking supervisor is eating on the floor.
I'm not too bad. I'm a fucking game.
No, you're good.
I can never tell with this game. I don't know. I don't fuck. It is what it is right now.
You're good.
Sure.
I can turn you down here.
Oh, okay.
But you're good.
Fantastic.
Dave, I just shoved my face full of pizza. You just fixed your camera. We're a half hour behind. That's typical.
So we're on schedule.
How the fuck are you? How the fuck? Yeah, we're on schedule again.
Yes, I see that. We'll get better. And you know what? You know what's funny is I actually spend a half hour prior prepping, and it all just falls to pieces the moment we get closer.
Yeah, it's like I got up here at 5:00, and I was like, oh, I'm actually here early. I'm here early. Yeah. I'm prepping. I almost was like, let me flirt and just let David know. Let's start earlier. But I was like, no, let's just keep it, let's just keep it. And then it was like towards the end, my third screen wasn't working. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
So when you said you were having problems, as soon as you logged on and your camera wasn't working, I was like, oh, perfect. I'm not the only one.
I'm not the only one. I was like, son of a bitch. So I gotta have it off for about 30 minutes. Hopefully I had to reset everything. But I went to like 3 cameras. I'm glad I got a backup for a backup.
As soon as Dave logged on, I couldn't see shit, but all I hear was this fucking camera. I'm like, oh, hey Dave.
Hey, man. Motherfucking shit.
So what's going on, man?
Oh, shit. Not much, man. Same old, same old. Seems like every time we have our topic, a big event happens, like the freaking debate. So,
yeah, we got a debate
like every
to
time
get
I
into. Yeah. Oh, hey, that's why doing this show so good. We can never go hungry with topics.
No,
and every now and then we'll pull what we did last week and have a discussion on a particular theme. But there's always something. There's always something to talk about. Yeah. We'll get into the debate between the vice president and the dude called the former president. But you, sir, hit me. Yeah, the dude called Donnie. We're going to get into people eating dogs. We're going to get into people eating dogs because that's what he's saying. That was the funny part.
Apparently, yeah.
Before we get into the pets getting eaten and cannibalized.
Yes, that's right.
you and Ronnie, my sister, did a 23andMe. You want to break this down because you had an epic revelation to share.
Let me tell you something. If you ever have a chance, if you ever have a chance to send in your spit into a corporation so they can take a look at your genes and say, this is where you come from, it's worth it. Because she did it. When she did the 23andMe, it was, after the fun year we had, it was to see how, our how we are health wise down the pipeline, or we're susceptible to. So she's like, you know what, this is the best way to do it. Let's see what's in our DNA, and it was all health based. It was all, let's see what we can do to get better. Let's see what we have to expect. Are we prone to heart attacks? Are we prone to cholesterol? Are we prone to this and that, whatever disease that affects your DNA? So she, needless to say, I'm like, yeah, man, let's do it. So she got the premium. We finally got the results back, and she's looking through, and she's like, oh, okay, all right. And then you get to find out not only your health status, but you get to find out your family lineage. You get to find out, who's related to you that's nearby, and you get to actually get a lot of information that it's good information. You're curious about where you come from. You get to find out what country you're from originally. Where you're from, but where your family originated from. So she did hers first, and she's telling me she's laying all this out, and I'm like, oh, that's great. She's like, it's not that great. It's just there. I'm like, all right. So I look at mine. I'm like, right off the bat, it's like, you share 60% more connection with the Neanderthals than you do about 60% of the people that are on this app. I'm like, oh, so you mean to say that I'm originating from the cavemen? And she starts laughing. And then I start digging some more. And, at first she's like, oh, yeah, mine's better. I look at that, I'm like, oh, shit. And she goes, what? I'm like, I want people to start bowing to me. She's like, what's going on? I was like, I am descendant of the Pharaoh Ramesses III. I was like, holy shit. Yeah.
It literally says that? It says that, like the name of the Pharaoh Ramses III.
Straight up, it has a picture and everything. It says through my father's parental lineage. Yeah, I am descendant from Pharaoh Ramses III. I'm like, oh, what kind of freaking can of worms did that open up?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So now, every morning, of course, being as humble as I am, I send out, just a little heads up to let everybody know that the sun rose because I allowed it. It's the fair thing to do.
You should start texting everybody like morning meditational messages from the Pharaoh. Like, just so you know, today will be good because
from the Pharaoh to Dave.
I had a conversation with God, and we decided that today is going to be a good day.
Yes, because I have a one-way connection with them. It's just, or them. Now that I know I'm a Egyptian pharaoh, I have a plethora of gods I can work with.
Yeah, right. So fair enough.
Whatever you're looking for, let me know. I got the connection.
While you all were sleeping last night, I was speaking with the gods.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there like, all right, I'm a pharaoh. So, so I look at Ronnie. I'm like, I'll allow, their transgressions against me. So do me a favor, make my dinner as I want. Bring my stuff. She's like, so of course Ronnie has to dive deep in the research of Ramses, and apparently he kicked the bucket because his son and his I guess fifth or sixth wife hashed out a plan to get him murdered, and they succeeded. So he got murdered by his fifth wife. I'm like, you got any plans? She's like, I understand why. I'm like, thanks. I appreciate
his fifth wife and his son. And his son?
Yeah, because he wanted the throne, so he got stabbed right through the neck.
We forgot to turn off echo cancellation.
I just want to say, thank you for letting me know, but please don't interrupt me again, being Pharaoh. I need to speak and allow myself to, voice my opinions and stuff like that because it is my right, as a pharaoh, descendant of Pharaoh. So, your execution is delayed for a little bit.
Delayed. Yeah. Everybody's potential execution is delayed, dude.
Yeah, everything's delayed. I'm just gonna delay everything.
This whole conversation's delayed right now.
Yeah. So I went to work, of course, and being as humble as I am, I kept it down low. I only told pretty much everybody that I was a descendant of the Pharaoh. And I walked around like, you see how that works? Yeah, just listen to what I have to say. That's it.
You know what would be pretty cool is if now when you walk around at work, you can just walk up to somebody and smack papers out of their hand, and you just be like, because I'm the Pharaoh, and then just walk away. Yeah. And just there's nothing they can do.
Start singing songs out of the Prince of Egypt. Remember those songs? Just randomly bust out singing those songs.
What was the guy? What was the self-proclaimed god in the movie 300? With the big tall motherfucker. That would be you.
Yeah. Oh my! And you know what's funny? Some people say I look like him. If I shave my head, I'll just walk around with all these chains up.
You have a certain voice.
Yeah, I just gotta drop my voice down a little deeper.
Bow down to me. Do you know who I am?
Do you know who I am? But
so you are related to the Pharaoh. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yep. I'm gonna start walking out in the front of the door like that guy does in the 300 with his long ass robe and in my underwear, and then just walk out into the street and let people stop.
Yeah, they tell Ronnie, be like, can you just record me a side profile? Just be Zack Snyder and just record me from the side profile, slow motion, walking across the living room, opening the door, standing out there in the driveway. Just a continuous shot. And there's no cuts. Slow motion, rope flowing.
And then as I'm walking on the street, somebody would pull up next to me. What are you doing? And I look straight out. I'm like, my arrows will black out the sun. Keep it moving, buddy. I just start walking into Walmart, start taking shit. Like, shoplifting, not for me, buddy, not for me.
No, that would be so great. That would be a great skit. Just to walk around and start eating the fruit as you're walking around. And just be like,
random.
Where do I place this? And just throw it that wasn't that good.
Is this where I am? And I had somebody grapes. I'm like, I need you to feed me these grapes. This is how it's gonna work.
It's like some old lady that works there because she's retired. She's fawning over you. It's the first time she's seen a man's upper torso in 37 years.
Yeah, she's all weirded out, okay, but I'm not sure why we're doing this.
As long as you feed me grapes.
Just know I am the morning star. That's all you need to know. Just give me the damn grapes. Oh my God.
I got to be honest with you. When you texted me that, I was like, wow, that is some bizarre, crazy shit. I mean, not everybody can say that they have direct lineage. Now, here's the thing that was tripping me out, and it kind of surprises me that Ronnie was all about this, because I'm not sending my spit out anywhere just for them to plant my DNA at some crime scene in fucking San Diego and be like, hey, and I'm like, I was never even been to San Diego. And it's like, nah, it'll be saliva on the soda coke.
Yeah, we got your spit, dude. Sorry.
We got your spit. It's, and I'm like, I was going to 23andA route. Like, nah, 23 and you in prison.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, while you're in prison, just remember you're related to Burt Reynolds. But yeah, have a nice time in prison. Oh yeah, and you have a high potential of gout. So yeah, just wanted you to know that.
Apparently, you retain water. You retain water more than 47% of the other people that have taken this 23andMe. But anyway, stand here and cough while we check you for anything that's inserted in your anus.
Yes, stand here and cough. We're going to grab some more DNA out of your butt real quick. So we just want to make sure to match things up.
Since you're so willing to send your spit to a lab, you don't know where it's at. I'm sure you're willing to have us dig into your asshole looking for shit.
Try to match the rest of the DNA. I'm like, no, I'm the Pharaoh, damn it. You can't do this to me.
Dave, what was the turnaround time? What was the turnaround time for swapping?
It was about a month. Yeah, you send it in about a month, you get all these results back.
Is it like they mail it to you, or is it email, or what?
Yeah, they send their spit too, because I sent them mine. They send me theirs, so that way we have a equal transaction. No,
it's like they did that in good faith.
Me, all right.
Just so you know, we're not fucking with you. Here's my spit. Yeah. Now you do the same thing to me, pal. It's an even swap. It's an even spit swap. You can trust me. I gave you my DNA. Give me yours.
Or you mess up the instructions. Oh, you want to spit? Oh, shit. My bad. Just pour that liquid out. I thought you wanted something else.
Yeah, how does that email sound like, sir? We realize that you may have misunderstood the directions.
Yeah,
we don't want to say what this is, but can you just redo this? Like, it took me forever just to get that worked up.
But like I did the same test for my urologist for a count, but I guess you want something else. My bad.
My Lord.
Oh shit. But yeah, it comes out with all these, like these datas and stuff like that. And it's pretty cool. You get your, Neanderthal ancestry, your paternal, your maternal connections, and also, your health, like I have a low chance of having bipolarism, low chance of caloric cancer, but I have a good chance of psoriasis, which I do, gout, my allergies. It's a lot. It's a lot of information you can gather from it that you can help prepare for the future for your health. Yeah, it's pretty cool. On that side of it, it's pretty cool. But,
yeah, sure.
Needless to say, I know you want to have a cowboy Halloween, but you already know what my costume is going to be.
You're going to be the Pharaoh. There's got to be some sort of like Western Pharaoh. There's got to be some sort
I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to put a little cowboy hat on top of my crown.
You should have a cowboy servant. I grabbed this servant from the 1800s. He follows me all through timelines.
That's how good my connections are.
We appreciate that story. We look forward to many memes and inspirational shit show text messages from the Pharaoh. That is,
it's going to happen, dude. Yeah. I guess, and there's a lot more. Like I got like 5% Viking, pretty 5% Viking. So,
there's every a lot time that explains a lot.
Yeah. I'm just all warrior based, dude. That's how it is, man. So now every time I run out, if I run out the door to do something, I'm like, Valhalla awaits. I only have 5%, which is practically nothing, but it's still enough for me to yell Valhalla awaits. So I'm good to go.
You're going to try to grow out a beard now? War. You're going to try to grow out that beard now like a full Viking and have the...
Oh, you know it. I'm just going to let this just grow out to hang it all the way down. Have braid it.
My God.
And then start, if a neighbor or somebody pisses me off, I lay siege to their own. But I wonder if does this, if I ever go, I wonder if this do I have rights for a Viking funeral? I wonder if 5% is high enough for me to actually have a Viking funeral.
Yeah,
because
I mean, Dave, even if you don't, I'll be willing to just shoot that bow and arrow myself. Just let that shit float out there. I'll just do it.
Fuckers a miss. They keep set everything else on fire.
Yeah, it won't be a bow and arrow. It'll be like like one of those What are those things that the SWAT teams used when they try to they like pop? They like
the smoke bombs.
But they're called something else, aren't they? The ones that have a big pop and the
flashbangs.
The flashbangs. Yeah, I'll just throw a flashbang. Just like that shit's all dry, right? Because this needs to go now.
That'd be so disorienting. Like, what the hell's going on?
Everybody's all confused. I think David would love this.
Yeah, and then there'd be the old guy in the back who used to be a nom. Blinding. He starts having flashbacks.
We're all like crying and hugging each other. He's like army crawling out of. Like,
you know how they do in the old in the movies where everything, all you hear is a ringing and everything's in slow motion, and the guy's just staring into space like, what?
It's like, you guys, you ugly fucks, you're hugging each other. They're out to kill us. he's like Rambo, like pulls out his fucking armed weapon.
Start flipping tables and shit.
Let me see. Oh
my god! And they were like, the funeral's over. It's never over. It's not over.
It's not my funeral. It's your funeral. All right. It was never my war. Let's move on, dude. We got this debate to get into. Listen. We've said it before. This isn't a political show, but we do want to talk about the shenanigans of the political world, if you will. And so, of course, Biden drops out. He drops out. That took place right after we recorded our first episode. And we understood why, because, he just wasn't able to really manage, for lack of a better word. But Vice President Harris is up to bat now. And I didn't watch it. I know you said you didn't watch it. I'm watching highlights of the debate. The reason why I didn't watch it, dude, is because I forgot. I wasn't really interested. It wasn't on my radar. It's anything to do with this election just felt like 4 years ago again. It's just like the way that this guy Donald Trump hijacks the fucking microphone, metaphorically and figuratively, to do what he does. And I never felt like the Democrats ever really had anything that was like worthy to fucking listen to. That was like a great defense. But nonetheless, obviously, right? Like, look, I'm all about representation. I'm all about having a black woman in the office. But can you manage in a debate? Now, I do believe that she manages her debates better than President Biden did.
Dude!
You said you didn't. You said you didn't watch it. Did you catch any of the highlights?
I didn't, but I did see the highlights, and I did look at a lot of the clips and all. But yeah, when the debate came on, I'm like, all right, it's at 8:00. Yeah, let's see if I can watch it. No, by 7:30, I was knocked out, dude, because I got to get up at crack ass early in the morning. But I was like, yeah, I didn't make it. But from what I gather, from what I see, dude, the debate was pretty interesting this time around. I would like to go back and actually watch the whole thing if I have the attention span for it. I'm just trying to work my way up, but from both sides, it looks like, man, they were just going head to head. Like, that's the first time I've seen where Trump wasn't saying many jokes. He was being serious. He was leading up to his points, and Kamala looked like he was backing him up to a corner. Like, he had to defend himself a few times, and that's a lot of times you see Trump in there like, hey, with all the smart ass remarks, but Kamala actually put him to work. So much so, because you know how it is when one party or other does better, and the best way to know is when the conspiracy starts kicking out the next day. So apparently now they're saying that Kamala had this earpiece. I looked into it. I heard about it at work.
Okay.
So I forgot. Let me dig into it and see what's going on. And yeah, they're saying that she had this earpiece that they were feeding her words, and I'm like, the only thing that tells me is that she was actually doing better than Trump. When the conspiracy starts flying, that right there just says, you know what? I'm a sore loser. Let me figure out how can I turn this to better save face for Trump. Because how else are you going to do it but create conspiracy? Say, oh, that's why she was wearing an earpiece. What's it matter? Like, okay, if she was being fed words, oh well.
They all do it though. You can't tell me that they all don't do that.
Yeah, like Trump's party, wanted to mute his mic. His own party wanted to mute his mic, so they already knew what he was up against.
Right.
And I got to give him credit because he was like, no, don't mute my mic. I actually want to talk, but they were like, we want to mute your mic. He's like, why? Because they knew what they were up against. So I do kick myself in the ass for not watching it. Like I said, I would like to go back and actually watch it, but I don't know if I got the patience for it. But after 5 minutes, I'm like, all right, here we go. But
I got,
like I said, from what I've seen, they were like head to head.
I have a small clip here from the Daily Show with Jon Stewart. I'm going to try to share it here and see if we can. Will it let me? Screen. Yeah. Yeah, here we go.
Oh, check it out.
I just want to say, after surviving the PTSD of the last presidential debate, how unbelievably refreshing it is to go back to the same old, nobody's going to answer any questions.
Yeah.
I actually think she's not going to be able to needle him.
And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
She has attacked what is Donald Trump's most cherished family member, his rally crowds. Donald, remember your training. The question is about why you killed the bipartisan immigration bill. You don't need to think about the other.
First, let me respond as to the rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies.
Son of a...
People don't leave my rallies. We have the biggest rallies, the most incredible rallies in the history of politics. Our country is being lost. We're a failing nation. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Oh, my God.
What just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's partly where I just don't have the patience for debates. I can't.
Hold on a minute, dude. There we go. Yeah, so, when it comes to, that's a small little clip, obviously. I think that the full debate was like an hour and 45 minutes, around there, some change. I personally, and this is me just being, completely honest, I don't trust anybody when it comes to politics. I know that it's a game you play, but when it comes to this cat, Donald Trump, and what he's shown already as president for 4 years, what he's shown pretty much for the past 8 years, it's kind of like, dude, how can anybody take this cat that seriously? This guy's talking about immigrants eating your pets. And people are eating up this shit, man. They're eating up this garbage. And it's just like, to me, like, I used to think there's no way people can be that gullible, but we've learned that they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
learned that they are. So I don't hold anything past this guy and his party. I mean, I know he's looking a little older. You can see it in his face. But that guy is he's like a weird robot, man. He's like a weird
robot.
He is, though, dude.
Yeah. Imagine if him and Biden were actually trying to argue with each other. It'd be a shit show. It'd be a shit show. Or the other one was like, and then yes, you see, yes. It was like, what is going on here?
They're eating your dogs. They're eating your pets.
Come on, man. What were we talking about again?
I know. Yeah, I mean, he can hardly Biden hardly when he talks, his face doesn't even move anymore. So it was kind of cool to just see some new blood in the ring there. But we'll see. The election's coming up. It's an election year. Obviously, I feel it's everybody's responsibility to vote if you can, but I can understand when people don't. But you gotta get in where you fit in and try to make your voice heard as much as possible. But this I really do hope that we move on from even when we do move on from the Trump era, the aftermath of that he's created, that he's leaving behind, the shit, the things that people believe will continue. And now these people that are in politics that are going to be comfortable now with this rhetoric.
Oh, it's already been. I mean, It's already occurring. I mean, he's already, has done what many tried and failed. He's literally split the Republican Party. Like, there is an internal struggle. There is an internal war between the Trumplicans and the actual regular Republicans. So you have the Republicans fighting Republicans. You got the Democrats fighting Republicans, and it's just like it's and the Democrats, are even trying to fight their own the liberal side, and it's just like that's a giant clusterfuck, dude. Yet we're sitting here, in the middle. It's like, okay, we're paying triple the amount for products. We can't buy a house because they're overly priced. People in welfare or that need assistance can't get assistance because the lines of assistance are out the freaking door. So the ones who need it can't get it because we have now twice as many people here, and it's like we're all sitting here like, okay, that's great that all the parties want to pretty much murder each other, but right now we need answers, not internal fighting. We need answers. We need a plan. We need to figure out what is going on. Rights are being taken away from women and their health. And it's like, but these people are still just political, they're fighting politics, but not doing anything, like what he said, here we go again. Nobody answering questions, nobody finding solutions. And I was like, what are we going to do? So I don't know, man.
And
politics is a fucking shit
I'm all
show.
about I get it's a game and they're gonna give you the spin, but when he's just blatantly saying shit like we've had the best rallies in the history of politics, how do you make an erroneous assumption like that? And then people are like, yeah, it's true. But you can't say you have the best of everything in the history of said topic. He does it all the time, and it's like, dude, that's just such a cliche thing that you say. But I get it because it's working for your base is following it, and that's what worries me.
At this point, he can say whatever he wants. Yeah, at this point, he can say, he made the sky blue, and they'll believe it, and that's where it's at right now with where we're at as a country. We'll just follow anybody that shines the light up. So it is what it is.
You wanted to. We're gonna wrap this conversation up with Bro Fitness. You want to discuss fitness, and I'm kind of glad you want to bring this up because I like the name Bro Fitness, by the way. But listen, I've been dealing with. Listen, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2". I'm 280 pounds, 285 on a bad day. I put on a lot of weight because my lifestyle is I'm happy, I'm eating, and I'm drinking, and I don't exercise much. And the reason why I say that is because lately I've been dealing with a sciatic pain for about 2 months now.
That sucks.
Now I've had sciatica pain before, and it kind of hinders the way I walk. This one only hinders when I'm sitting, particularly when I'm driving. When I'm driving, it's a throbbing pain right in the middle of my right cheek. and it shoots down the back of my thigh.
Yep.
And it
Is it your left side or right side?
It's my right side.
Right side. Okay. Oh, that would make sense because you're right-handed, right?
Well, I don't know about that, but I know the sciatica nerve runs down your right side of your off your spine down your leg.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to get an X-ray on my back because make sure that there's no compression on a disc that could be forcing. The space between the discs could be forcing out, pushing against the sciatica nerve.
Bulging disc
bullshit.
Yep.
So I'm doing stretching, and I'm trying to stretch, and I'm not doing the best. Listen, I got a horrible diet. I know I do. I try to drink more water, but I have, I stop at Sheetz every morning. I get my hash browns. I get my egg sandwich on a bagel, and I get my energy drink. I get my Monster Big Boy can, and I twist.
See, there you go, that freaking Monster.
and the thing is, dude, I've been drinking Monsters. I did the math like earlier this year. I'm 45 years old. I started drinking Monsters when I was working third shift at Lancaster Labs when I was 21.
Damn.
So I've been drinking, for 24 years.
You've been drinking that devil drink.
I tell you, I read all about it trust me, years ago. Everybody was like, when the internet came really popping around the corner, it was like, do you know what that means? And listen, I don't give a fuck. I like the way it tastes, okay?
Yeah.
And it wakes my ass up. How do you
Give
drink
it a devil
that
juice.
stuff?
I need to drink it.
People smoking cigarettes like, how do you smoke that shit? Like, get the fuck out of my face. But anyway, so I know, like, I rely heavily on that, and fitness has got to be more implemented in our lifestyle here with my wife and I. So, well, like when it comes to fitness with you, because you're physically active more than me. Like you got your kids in boxing, you did karate, you're a fireman now, you're climbing ladders and posing for calendar photo shoots. What kind of lifestyle do you live that's fitness based?
The best motivation for me is try not to die. So that's a good start. Just for it's a good start to get off my butt and do something, So the second motivation no, sir, like when I got into firefighting, it was one of the key factors. I was like, man, I really got to get fit because I really don't want to die. I don't want to get in there and be like, I'm tired. I'm going to have a seat here in this burning building because I can't make it to the front door because I'm too fucking tired and I can't breathe. So I'm like, I got to figure out what to do. So I also wanted to get the boys into some active training and some self-defense stuff. So when I got them into boxing, I'm like, oh shit, this is perfect. So calisthenics really freaking starts your day, gets the blood flowing. So, but yeah, I know as oddly as it is, that's one of the motivators. There's two of them. One, I don't want to die. So, and number two, is what would I do if a situation happened, I can't protect my family. If I run out of breath or I can't physically handle it, or, if I start getting a fucking heartburn like I normally do, and I have to sit there, be like, hold on. Let me grab my Tums real quick. Oh, you're robbing me? Don't take my Tums. Here's my wallet. Keep my fucking Tums, all right?
Let me wash down this omeprazole real quick before you fucking break into that window.
Yeah. Or I got a little knot on my back. Like, hold on 1 second.
Oh my God!
Everybody's getting kidnapped. I'm like, wait, let me stretch out. Yeah. Okay.
Ronnie's trying to wake you up. You're like sitting in the massage chair, passed out. Like, just give me a minute. There's somebody in the basement. But they're in the basement. Just give me a minute. They're not here yet.
Like you ever, when you get up now, it's like, okay. All right, here we go.
When I get out of my truck, I have to slide out. Dude,
are you on slide out mode?
I'm like, my God, I got a fucking donut in the driver's seat. I'm sitting on this donut.
Yep.
Hoping that, the thing with me too is you feel it the older you get. So I'm like, the older I'm getting, I'm like, man, I keep having this mental thought that I had to check myself with for the first time ever. And that scared me. And my mental thought was, I've done this before. I can do it again. But the truth is true, but you don't bounce back as quickly.
No, God,
as you did in your 30s and 20s. And it's like, this shit takes a little bit more, and you start to add weight differently as you're getting older. So I got to really start planning it out. Like, we were talking about this before we started recording, and I was shoving my face full of pizza. And I'm like, this is like, I'm trying to avoid this, but I was hungry, and that was our dinner this evening. But
you were practically making out with that pizza. Like,
and it's like, if it was anybody else on there, I wouldn't have done it. But I'm like, it's fucking Dave. Like, this fucking Pharaoh fuck is
I'm fine
judge
with it.
me,
That's
but I don't give a shit. But like, you can always eat and not put the weight on. Like talk to me about that, because like you're always focused on trying to add the weight.
Yeah, and you know what, people think like, oh, that's great, and honestly, it's also not a good thing. Like you have to be able to, there's a balance. You can't get too much weight, and you also can't lose it too. Like, it's not a good thing if you like can't keep weight, because then that means your body's pretty much eating itself out, before you can even absorb the nutrients. So, like I said, I figured, we could start really focusing on bro fitness, because we understand on both spectrums on how to like get ourselves moving, trying to understand, like, not all, how they have on TikTok, those fitness channels, and this guy's fucking ripped. It's like, you need to get your ass. There's no excuse. No, I have a fucking excuse. I right now have a migraine and my fucking heartburn. So there's my excuse. I'm not going to the gym. So go fuck yourself, So,
maybe we should do like challenges with each other.
But what?
Like, maybe we should do, like, for bro fitness, we should do challenges with each other. Like,
that'd be cool.
I'll record myself doing a TikTok dance. I pick, and then you got to respond to it. And then the next time you get to pick whatever it is, except pull-ups, because I can't do pull-ups.
Well, guess what? My first challenge is gonna be.
We'll just it's good, funny bro fitness humor, and we're trying to be physically active, or at least I'm trying, because you're physically active.
Yeah, and then the next TikTok is gonna be, Felix didn't make it. He's not gonna be here right now. It's been nice knowing him.
He was puking in the backyard, and then he just laid down and never got back up. Rest in power. Hold up your phone. Everybody hold up your phone that has an image of a lighter on it. Yeah.
He tried to do a pull-up, and that was it. It was a wrap.
He tried to do a pull-up. It just shattered all his fingers. His knuckles broke. Can you imagine me trying to do a pull-up and I just strain all my muscles where they cramp up and I can't let go? Like, I'm like, screaming, but my arms are cramped. I'm like,
and then you wake up and like, oh, but my sciatica's fine now.
Wouldn't that be funny? Yeah. It's amazing. My sciatica's fine.
But I can't move my arms anymore.
I would just walk forever around like this,
I mean,
like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'd be just like, listen. And then from now on, I just do the podcast like this. Like, hey guys, welcome back look at my fingers. I'm a mechanic. Go fuck yourself. Hey guys, look at this. Blah 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 blah. Like, really?
That's what happens when you do pull-ups. You have the background music from the Arms of an Angel. You don't have to have when you adopt a dog. That's going to be you. Support Felix and the Pull-Up Foundation.
Feel like hugging somebody, but I can't get my arms around them.
And then I'm just like turning away with a tear in your eye. Oh my God. Yeah, that's what we need. Man. We need to do something like this. See, but then that will get people motivated for fitness. It's the weirdest thing, because
and it's
you look at these TikToks.
Cool. Go ahead. Yes, TikTok. Go ahead.
Yeah, you look at these TikToks, or you look at these fitness videos, and these people are freaking ripped. And then you see them already doing the workout. You see them already in the gym. You see them already doing the lifting weights, but nobody shows like getting up or wanting to like do something or not do the workout, or it's okay to lay down. Like there's only one person I know that does it, and that's Joelle, and she's the only one that shows that it's okay to relax. It's okay to just not do it.
Shout
for
out
today.
to Coach
She
Joe.
explains it. Huh? Yeah, Coach Joe.
Shout out to Coach Joe.
Yep. And she's the only one that explains it perfectly. Everybody else is like, yeah, you got to do this. There's no excuse. And it's like, yeah, there is plenty of fucking excuses, But what can you do to work with the excuses and still find a healthy lifestyle? What can we do to get ourselves up, to move, to function, to see a doctor or eat right or not drink Monster anymore,
I'm telling you, it's a vice, guys. I've tried.
Yeah,
to go.
I've been with Honey Buns, dude.
Dude, it's bad. There's times where I'm making it a good amount. I got 3 weeks in. I'm like, and then it's just that one moment where I'm like, I'm really stressed, and I'm like, I need it. It's calling me. It's calling me, man.
Yeah,
and I just got to go to that vending machine, hit C6.
Yep.
C6. And then
C6, you already know the number.
And I just
you already know the number.
And I can literally feel a superhero take over my body when I drink the Monster, and I breathe in the new set of nostrils that I've never breathed with before. And I'm like, this is what it's like when people do like cocaine or some shit. Like they're just like, I'm ready, and I go walking in there, and I kick ass, whatever it is I'm doing, dude. Whether it's delivering a baby, or fucking doing an art project, or fucking driving a race car for NASCAR, I fucking deliver. I deliver, and now I know that it's been a long 20-some years, and maybe I should retire I try to get the low sugar one, the white can, but it's just it's laughable. It's laughable.
That's me and fucking Honey Buns, dude. I can't. I love Honey Buns. You put a Honey Bun in front of me, I have a bad sweet tooth. Like it's and what's funny is that 23andMe gene says I have a very, very, very high. I need to achieve an action plan because I can be diabetic any minute here. So it's like
unbelievable.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, that's what I mean. So I figure, bro fitness can probably help in that category, and trying to get people to be like, hey, yeah, we know it's hard and it's tough, but can you try something? Let's do something.
Fair enough.
Go for a walk.
Well, then let me introduce this, because I feel like I like this bro fitness thing. I like this idea. Mm-hmm. And, we got about, I don't know what time it is here. Got about 10 minutes before I let you go, so you can get to bed on time. Yep. Next week's episode, I would like to get into this, to the Bro Church universe and really break that down. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because what if we tied in bro fitness with the characters in the Bro Church universe somehow?
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Sharing more things on social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe documenting ourselves. Sort of. Maybe not, because I don't know if I'm comfortable with that yet. But I like the sound of it. It sounds good.
Start buying yoga pants. You gotta get yoga pants, man.
Dude, you don't want to see me in yoga pants. I tell you, my ass is non-existent. My back starts at my neck and it ends at the top of my thigh. That's my whole back. You don't want to see me in yoga pants, dude. You'd rather see Taylor Swift in yoga pants.
That's great.
Yeah, I like it. Well, we'll talk more about the bro fitness, man. I think, like I said, I think. And speaking of Coach Joellen Poff, I interviewed her when I did the JMC podcast, and I told her I would drink more water because she told me to drink more water, and I sort of did, and I've had I've had spurts of sort of doing it, and so I'm just because I love transparency. I believe in it. I haven't drank. I don't drink. There's days where I don't even drink any water except the ice that's in my drink. So I need to be better at that, and I know it. I think right after we're done here, I'm gonna go chug some water out of guilt, like thinking it's gonna like
because you owe her a promise and you never made it.
Like, fuck,
She's
man,
probably thinking that you're drinking water. You're like, no, I'm not drinking. I'm drinking ice. Oh my God. But I think we might be onto something because, like I said, we're gonna be talking about it from the beginning, not already at the gym, not already pumping weights, like in the beginning, like let's do this. What are we doing on the couch?
Let's do
taking
it.
Like I said, take it.
Yeah, I'm trying to lose the weight, and you're trying to hold on to yours, and we'll meet each other in the middle. I'll give you mine. And
I'll take it. I don't give a shit.
You can make it look better. You can make it look better than me. I tell you, bro, I put on a lot of weight, but I'm happily putting on the weight. It's just a very vicey life I live, and I gotta watch it because
vicey.
Dude, there's times where I'm laying in bed. It's 9:30, and I'm like, because I got a sweet tooth too, and I'm like, my wife's looking at me. She's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I don't know. Do we have any ice cream?" And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I need to order ice cream. I need ice cream. And it's such a horrible, I remember not doing that really ever. And now it's become such a conditioned part of my life. But anyway, I'm just being honest with you, dude, because that's what we do at Bro Church. We believe in transparency.
Yeah. And that's where it starts. That's where fitness starts, is transparency. Being honest with yourself, being honest with what you can and you can't do, and what you like. There's all right. You like drinking Monsters, great. Keep drinking Monsters, but probably add 2 more cups of water in your day. Or a little bit more greens if you want to drink Monster. So every time you drink a Monster can, you got to drink 2 bottles of water. That way it balances it out. So, or like for me, if I eat honey buns, then I know I'm going to balance it out with a higher dosage of greens or something healthier to eat, or fiber or something, push something out. Or if I'm prone to being a diabetic, and I still like my honey buns, figure out a diet that'll balance out your not luxury in the life, but I guess your wants, right? So I don't know. Maybe that's a start. Who knows?
Wise words being spoken by the Dave.
It's my Pharaoh side, dude. It's I don't just rule. I speak wisdom because of my lineage.
Well, go take you and your lineage to your bedroom and get to sleep, Mr. Pharaoh.
Oh, I will.
I'm gonna
let Pharaoh the hell out of there.
I'm going to Pharaoh the hell out of that bed and pillow. You should walk up there and just lay with your back against the bed and just fall back.
Just fall back, and it'd be slow motion while everything's being on time. But like, what is going on here? Is what I do. I just fall slow motion.
And tell my sister, like, hey, honey, listen, those pillows, they were not where they were supposed to be, because when I landed, I felt a little off.
Yes, it was supposed to be 5,000 count Egyptian, and we only have 100. So I got to live the lifestyle now.
Yeah. Now you're going to be Googling the Egyptian count thread.
Yeah. Like now it really matters to me.
You should call customer service. But is this worthy of a Pharaoh? Sir, I don't know. I just work in customer service.
I just work here, man.
All right, man. You got anything else to add?
I'm going to actually do that now. What was that?
Do you have anything else that you would like to add before we
Yes,
wrap up?
one last thing. I want to say thank you all to the first responders out there. It's 9/11 today, and never forget. Always remember, and you guys all be safe out there. My heart goes out to everyone. So.
Wow. Yeah, it's been a long time, and we never really do forget it. I was just talking about that with a coworker. I'm working with people that weren't even born.
Yeah, imagine that
happened. My daughter, my oldest, is going to be 22. So it's crazy that they're learning about something that we experienced in real time. So yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for bringing that up. Much love and respect to the families that have to continuously every year relive this memory. We're fortunate enough to just talk about it in third person and not really directly, feel the pain. So yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to the first responders, to the firefighters that were
First one's in, last one's out, man. First one's in, last one's out.
Thank you very much, brother, for that. I will say adieu. You end it. I say goodbye.
Yep.
To all of you, y'all be safe. Bye-bye. We'll see you later.